A name, Oromo families might look to the season of birth, a physical trait, or a hope for the future. Today, while modern influences sometimes lean toward foreign names, these traditional ones hold a timeless charm, linking each girl to her roots. In Oromo culture, naming is a deeply meaningful tradition, often reflecting identity, family heritage, and aspirations for the child. Names are not chosen lightly. They carry stories, values, and connections to the natural world, history, or virtues the family hopes the child will embody. Traditionally, an Oromo child might not receive their official name until a naming ceremony, known as Gubbissa or Maqaabaasa, which can take place a couple of years after birth, especially in rural areas like southern Oromia or parts of Kenya where Oromos live. Until then, parents might use affectionate nicknames. The process often involves elders, prayers, and celebrations, tying the name to the community's cultural fabric. Oromo names for girls are particularly beautiful, often inspired by nature, emotions, or qualities like strength and grace. Here's a selection of some lovely ones, with their meanings woven into a natural narrative. Imagine a girl named Bontu, meaning proud in a foreign Oromo, standing tall like the acacia trees dotting Oromia's plains, exuding quiet dignity. Or Chaltu, regal as the ancient rock-hewn churches of Ethiopia, carrying herself with the grace of royalty. Or Gubbissa, flower, blooming vibrantly along the banks of the Awash River, a symbol of beauty and resilience. These names often come from everyday life or the Oromo language's poetic roots. For instance, Meti, meaning umbrella, evokes shelter and care, like the broad leaves of a sycamore fig shielding the earth. Lalise, derived from admirer, suggests someone captivating, like the rolling green hills of Oromia that draw every eye. And Nafriyi, the one God beautified for me, feels like a whispered blessing, as intimate as a breeze through the coffee fields. The Oromo traditionally hold a naming ceremony called Gubbissa, or Gubar. As described in the web results from the naming ceremony of an Oromo child, this ceremony is a significant cultural practice to formally name and bless a child, often occurring when the child is 2 to 3 years old. During the Gubbissa, the community gathers, and elders, family members, and religious or spiritual leaders, including Oromo traditionalists or Christians, Muslims, depending on the family's faith, participate. The name is chosen collectively, sometimes based on the child's characteristics, the family's history, or prophetic dreams or visions. The ceremony includes songs, prayers, and rituals to ensure the child's health, prosperity, and integration into the community. For example, a song might be sung to honor ancestors or invoke blessings for the child's growth. Modern influences and changes. With modernization, education, and interaction with other Ethiopian ethnic groups, e.g., Amhara, or neighboring countries, some Oromo adopt names from Amharic, English, or other languages. However, there is a strong movement to preserve Oromo names and cultural practices, as highlighted in the web results, urging Oromo people to maintain their identity through naming traditions. Urban Oromo, or those living outside traditional areas, may blend Oromo names with foreign ones, but rural communities often adhere strictly to traditional practices. 9. Connection to Oromo identity and Oromummer. The concept of Oromummer, Oromenes, as mentioned in the Wikipedia entry on the Oromo people, underscores a cultural common identity. Naming is seen as a way to preserve and transmit Oromo identity, history, and values, especially in the face of historical marginalization and cultural domination. As noted in the web results about Oromo resistance and self-help movements like the Mekar and Tularmer Association, the Oromo calendar, Lunastellar, and cultural practices like the Arichar Festival, a Thanksgiving celebration, may also influence naming, with names reflecting seasonal or spiritual significance.